Hey everybody, quick family search video because I found something in my family that makes me super crazy and I just want to share it with you so that you don't do it too. First off, I'm going to do a quick edit here. Here is Peter Warren, and you can see the format needs changing. The reason that Family Search is saying it is that there is a difference between the information on the left and the information on the right. But when I look at it, I see that the format is not correct for Family Search's standards either. So I'm tapping on the pencil, and it's not it's October, as you see below in light gray. It should be 5 October 1862. Ancestry uses the first three letters of the month as their standard, and USA instead of United States as the national designation. But I'm correcting that here because, and yes, it's icky picky. I know it's icky picky. I'm not dumb. What I can tell you is that if anybody from my family wants to print out any kind of a fan chart or anything like that, I want it to look nice. I just want it to look nice and be correctly formatted. Now, here is the thing that makes me crazy. Okay, I'm looking at the 1870 census for the Warren family, and somebody attached the record, but they didn't attach the citation. There's no point in attaching the record if it doesn't also show up in the list of evidence for names, dates, places, and relationships. So Marjara Marjara W, she's probably a Warren, did this in 2017, but she didn't do it correctly. So what I'm doing is I'm going to detach it, and I'm just going to detach it. I'm not even going to explain why, because I'm going to reattach it immediately. This is the point. When a record is available on Family Search, it is the correct record, and you're looking to add it to a person or to a family group in order to substantiate names, dates, places, and relationships. You have to also add the citation to the person. It's going to show up in their timeline, where they lived, when they lived there, all that kind of stuff. All you have to do is this. Boop. That's it. That's it. And so I'm going through this family and I'm attaching it. I'm going through this family and I'm doing the same thing with every person because this person, Marjara, did this in 2017 and it makes me mad. And again, yes, is it icky picky? Arguably, but it's correct. And that's the point. It's correct. If we're going to do this work, we need to do it properly. We need to, especially on a group source site. Now, I fixed that one myself. First, if we're using a group source site, we have to be sure that we're actually doing the work correctly and fully. So that's the deal. Now, how did I trip on this today? I trip on these things all the time. It's because it's Marianne Garst's birthday today. She was born on this day in 1828. Holy cats! Somewhere in Indiana. I don't know where exactly. Although if the family was in Vigo Township, Fayette Township in Vigo County, she was probably born in Vigo County, but I'm not positive about that. So I just wanted to show you really quickly that it's very easy to do this properly. And if you're in Family Search and you find that as you look under here, under other, and you look at the residences, it should line up. She lived to 1919. So there should be evidence of attached records for her birth, if possible. That's not always possible. And she was born in 1828, which is really before birth certificates. But starting with when she's head of household, if it is prior to 1850, or she's in a household in 1850, the census records ought to be popping on a 10-year interval. 50, 60, 70. Now look, that's all there is. There's no 1880 attached to her. So now I'm going to look at her sources and see about that. I know that she was married at that point. And then 1890, of course, the census is missing. The federal census is missing. And she was in Illinois. And then she died in 1919, so there should also be a 1910 census. So again, let's take a look. What do we got? 1880, here's her census. And we're going to review attachments and see what the story is. So let's look. And sure enough, the same person didn't attach fully because she didn't add the residence over into the right-hand column, which will show where this particular individual, Mary Ann Garst Warren, lived and what her family group was and when she was living there. So again, I'm going to detach, not say why, because I'm immediately going to, whoops, reattach and attach. And then I'm just going to go through the family group and what am I bet? What am I bet? This is true for, yep, everybody else. So I'm just going to fix this. You know, we can't make a completely 100% group sourced, crowdsourced tree perfectly correct. That's obviously true. But what we can do is we can make it better. And even if we're not working on our own people, but we're actually working for other people, clients or, just other trees that we're working on. Just make sure I got Charles. Yeah, I got Charles. Okay. Then what we can do is we can make sure that what we've got is as correct as possible. Okay, what do we got? There's Laura Ann. So this is high genealogy. This is very simple high genealogy. Anybody can do this. I'm doing this on my phone with the app, so it's just super quick. And shoot,